Hey guys, welcome back to the Zendaya cast. I am your host, Kevin. This is my co-host, Jack, and our producer, Scotty Sire.
Yeah, what's up, producer? Sorry.
You talked over me.
Sorry, you can say it again.
Oh wait, I forgot. I'm the producer, so you can kind of like you can treat me like a lower level human.
Yeah,
now.
please organize this whole thing.
Yeah, actually, I got some topics to bring up today.
Oh, okay. You do?
What do you
the
got?
first thing I wanted to bring up was sorry guys, let's just get this straight. This is the NGMI podcast. We kind of added some artwork in the room because we wanted to break up the orange. There's a lot of orange. It makes it feel like it's kind of hard to watch. Kind of makes you want to throw up, right? Now that Zendaya's here, everyone's gonna,
I want to watch.
You want to watch because you get to see Zendaya in every frame, except for my frame. Then
But you got that.
You see me naked with tape over my dick.
So we don't get
form.
blocked on YouTube.
Who hung that up?
Jack.
Guilty.
Co-host Jack. So what I wanted to bring up, speaking of anime dicks and boobies, is there was a TikTok clip we posted to TikTok.
Yeah.
From our podcast, and it was when we were arguing and just like messing around with each other about you drawing anime boobies.
It kind of blew up.
Kind of
you
blew
serious?
up.
It's almost got 3,000 likes.
Damn.
Almost 3,000 likes, baby. But all the comments were like, "Wow, you're really kink shaming your brother, who is uncomfortable, definitely uncomfortable and embarrassed about this, and was." If he's not admitting it, he's trying to hide it. So why would you post it on a podcast, then put it on TikTok for everybody to see? And I was like, I was just messing with my little brother. Plus, I like anime boobies too.
And plus, I don't draw any anime titties.
Don't fucking lie. It's not even fucking
real. Okay, he does.
You can't kink shame when I don't have the kink. I'm not even doing it.
All right, but you have okay. It's not a kink shame because you don't have the kink. I think you have. You might like anime boobies.
Whatever.
I also just think I feel like it's pretty obvious if you were actually uncomfortable with that and let us know, we wouldn't have kept that in the podcast and then uploaded it to TikTok. That would be very mean if Kevin was like, that made me uncomfortable, guys. I
don't care.
I used to wear anime shirts. How the combo went.
I used to wear anime shirts to school and shit. I don't care.
Yeah.
And it's also, I just never drew it. It's not fucking real.
Well, okay.
It's not there.
I think Kevin's actually telling the truth. I don't think he actually ever has drawn anime boobies. He just he had a lot of car stickers and little hentai.
That's true.
Things.
Let me pull up.
I got a little confused because he draws anime characters.
Let me pull up one of the comments because I think it exactly summarized the situation.
Before you get to the comment, I just want to say I wouldn't kink shame anyone because I wouldn't kink shame you. I wouldn't kink shame someone because I love all sorts of weird shit when it comes to sex and porn. So go ahead, read your comment, then we'll get back into porn.
I don't think he was lying, but I feel like he misinterpreted what he saw.
I think that's the truth.
I think Scott glanced at it. Scott doesn't really pay attention a lot of the times. He probably just saw it in the room and just interpreted it how he wanted to see it, and he just went with that when Kevin probably didn't actually draw any anime titties, just some anime stuff.
I didn't. And
your mind fluttered because it's clustered with demented things from all of your anime porn that you used to watch.
For all of my kinks.
Yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying though. I did get mixed up because he did have a lot of the stickers and car bumper stickers and stuff
which
like
I could definitely see.
That he did draw.
You pulled in the parking lot today. I didn't see any.
They're not on my car. I've never put them on my car. I just I thought the stickers were funny.
You had them on the old car.
On my old car. I had them for a little while.
Oh, okay. So they're just in your room in a secret little
lair.
lair.
In a box, yeah.
Yeah. He's got a car freshener now with big anime boobies on it.
That you bought.
Yeah, I bought it for you.
and I put it up because I liked it.
I was going to take one of them, but then I was like, I don't need to take this out of the bag. I'm not going to.
Yeah.
But does it smell good?
It does smell good. It's like vanilla.
The boobies smell good. They smell like vanilla.
Yes, the boobs smell. Yeah, they're great.
Damn. Now that's
you sniff them? You go and go.
That's a kink. A little bit of vanilla cream on the boobies.
Is that the scent?
I wouldn't know, but it does smell like that.
It smells like
you
vanilla.
Said it smells like vanilla.
I've never been in his car. I don't know what it smells like.
We should all get in Kevin's car.
That's the man on the street part from this episode. I was going to cars, seeing what the aroma's like.
Smelling his booby air freshener. If and when you watch porn, what kind of porn have you watched?
Not anime.
Never?
No.
Okay, tell me. What have you watched?
Every type I would watch. I didn't really have a specific one I would go to, but I just wasn't into I just wasn't into cartoon or anime or that type. But I'm guessing you guys
were based on your reactions.
I've seen it, but like it was more like I looked at it and I was like, yeah, this is not like for me. Like it wasn't like my thing. I kind of bounced around to a bunch of genres as like a kid, but like I don't really watch like a ton.
It was for me for a little bit, you know,
Anime?
every once in a while.
Or is it hentai?
It's hentai.
Does hentai mean like anime porn? Yeah, you kind of.
The producer's kind of sucky over here today.
Go ahead. What?
He's like shaking. He's like, I'm fucking this up as a producer. Does hentai mean anime porn? Like, is that?
I think so.
Or is hentai like a form of like anime that's like not porn too? Or is hentai just
Hentai's
porn?
anime porn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Usually it's like a place where I could like understand like why they'd be into it. Except like there is like a couple niche ones I was like, I don't know about that.
Anyways, that's the producer topic I wanted to bring up was kinks and what kind of porn you watch. And so maybe we're going to get demonetized on this episode.
Maybe. But I just want to point out, we would never kink shame anyone.
Yeah.
Except, I wouldn't actually kink shame. But one thing I don't understand is foot fetishes.
I was going to say the same thing.
I hate feet. And like, I love my girlfriend, love every part of her, and like her feet are like fine. But even like my girlfriend's feet, I'm like, I don't want to like touch them or anything. So that's just not for me.
That's
but
like
I wouldn't
one of those,
shame anyone.
like categories that I never like understood. Like usually you can like see from a point like why someone would be into it, but I can't get my head around the feet
like,
thing.
And it's probably one of the most common ones.
Yeah, it's super common.
I think the most common thing is either being a boobs or an ass.
Right. But I mean, like, I don't know if that's really like a kink. I mean, yeah, more like the kinky, like fetish, like type stuff.
Yeah.
Like feet is like probably the forefront. Like
What?
wiki feet.
Yeah. I don't have a foot fetish, but I would definitely suck my girlfriend's toes. She's got cute little feet.
I see. Like, I don't think I could do that. Like,
I don't
feet
know.
kind of gross me out, actually.
They gross you. Okay, they don't gross me out. I wouldn't want like my roommate to stick his foot in my face or something like that, but like
Yeah, no,
I feel like I'm in the middle.
hate
Like
feet.
I'm not turned on by it, but it's like not like
doesn't bother you.
disgusting. No, it doesn't bother me.
I just think they're like dirty too, because like if you're not wearing like socks around the house, like think of all the like dust or other stuff just like
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't-
tracking around, or like people don't wear socks in their shoes. Like feet are generally like just dirty.
I have
all the
never
time.
I have never sucked her toes, and
Sure,
I'm
bro.
just saying I would fresh out the shower though. You know, it's gotta be fresh out the shower.
I actually have a funny story. My girlfriend like used to be a singer, so she has like a following and stuff. So she's, and I'm sure Jack is as well, but
A singer?
she's on no. the next statement. Kaylee's on WikiFeet, and there's like just a bunch of pictures of people. I don't know if you know what WikiFeet is, but
I do know what WikiFeet
Yeah, so
is.
Kaylee's on there
My
a
WikiFeet
bunch.
was destroyed.
Huh?
I got my WikiFeet rated and all 0 reviews once.
Oh no.
So.
Well, but Kaylee's on there. There's a bunch of pictures. Like even like if she posts like a story and she is like bare feet, and it's like a mirror photo, and they'll like zoom in on the feet and stuff. So there's just a bunch there that like you wouldn't even think are like it could just be like poking in the frame, and they'll like zoom in. And I'm also thinking like who are these people that are finding all this? But
It's like in an Instagram photo, like she's wearing like slides in one photo, and they
No,
zoom in to
yeah,
just
literally.
the toe.
no, they
sticking
do.
out.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, but there's one, and it's a photo of both of us. We don't have shoes on because we're like sitting on a rock. It's like at the beach, and whatever fucker uploaded it drew socks on my feet. So like you pull up the photo and they colored in socks on my bare feet, because they're probably like, all right, we don't want to ruin
Yeah,
the vibe.
I
With
can't
these
be
guys'
looking at this.
nasty fucking toes.
They weren't into your feet, bro.
I can't believe he went through the effort to like actually cover it up.
I
Like
know.
he couldn't do it with it.
Yeah, like it was like drawn on like in Photoshop or something. They're like colored on.
Wow. I don't know what I had something else in my head, and then I heard so many voices in my head that I lost it. You wear these headphones all the time up here?
Life's hard being a producer.
Oh, you don't like hearing that
It kind of makes me feel claustrophobic. I feel stuck inside some like
'Cause you're in a
echo
closet.
chamber.
Dude, I was just thinking that because being out here feels a lot more like conversational, where like when you're there, it more feels like you're like watching.
Yeah, it's kind of like, because I'm like watching both of you, whereas
Yeah, and, like,
over
listening
here,
and
you kind of, what were we talking about? Because I start hearing your voices like in my head. It's like the voices I hear at night when I'm trying to sleep.
It's like,
You're a loser.
Loser. Hey, I've heard this call before.
What's that from?
If you need any help, blow this whistle.
Loser.
It's from SpongeBob.
Oh.
Remember there's like the mean guy, the jellyfish hunter.
Oh, I do remember that episode. Now I know what you're
Remember
talking
that
about. Yeah. I
all
know.
right, everyone give their best SpongeBob impression. Kevin, you're first. That's good.
I'm ready.
Not bad.
That was pretty good.
I remember I watched a video of the guy showing how he does the laugh, and I kind of so he goes.
That actually is pretty good. My friend laughs like SpongeBob, and we always fuck with him about
Just
it.
naturally.
Like every time he laughs, he's like doing that, like.
The best time to wear a striped sweater is all the time.
That's not
One
bad.
with the color turtleneck.
There we go. That was like our favorite show growing up, kind of, because like, I mean, I think it was one of your favorite shows, right?
Definitely.
Who didn't love SpongeBob growing up?
Oh, I loved it.
Parents, kids, everybody can enjoy it. There's so many like things going on in that show.
That was like the one show that mom like didn't like hate us watching. Because
Even
every other show, like Courage the Cowardly Dog and shit, she was like scared of the shows. She's like, why are you guys watching this?
when I was like real young, I like wasn't allowed to watch like Cartoon Network shows.
Really?
Yeah,
She's like allowed us to, but she was like,
Ed, Ed and Eddie because it was like dumb humor or something. My parents were like, "Yeah, don't watch that."
Don't watch that. It's gonna make you dumb.
Yeah, but SpongeBob was.
SpongeBob was okay.
I also think looking back at SpongeBob, it's
There was
it's
more.
very sophisticated humor. Like you can enjoy it as an adult. Like it's not just a kid's show.
Exactly. My stepdad, his dad, John Joe loves Mr. Krabs. You know, you
Loves
can really relate to that character as a bar owner. Money. Hey, SpongeBob.
he sounds like Mr. Krabs.
What?
That's how Squidward walks. That's the
Not,
sound
he doesn't
makes.
walk that fast.
Yeah, that's pretty good actually.
Love that show. Fucking great show.
Who's your favorite character?
Who's my favorite character?
Ooh, that's
Probably
tricky.
Patrick.
Yeah, Patrick was good.
Patrick's just funny.
I kind of thought Sandy was kind of
Or
funny.
Larry? Did you say
Oh,
fine?
Larry the Lobster.
Or
No, I
funny?
said funny.
he's like Sandy's kind of fine.
He said Sandy. You probably thought Sandy was hot. That's one kick-ass squirrel, bro.
Yeah, she was kick-ass, dude.
Sandy Cheeks, that has to be some sort of like innuendo they put in there.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. The whole SpongeBob thing, because it had sophisticated humor, it also had like some innuendos and certain jokes that were like over the top of kids' heads. But like you can like look it up. As a producer here, I would look it up, but I can't use my left hand. But there's a bunch of like sexual innuendos and like funny things that like kids
Yeah.
wouldn't notice that adults do in that show.
I remember seeing this thing. I don't know if it was them saying like they probably did or if it was a confirmed thing, but it was like that they like created SpongeBob, like all the creators were like on acid. And I don't know if that's confirmed or if people were like they definitely had to be to create like that weird show that like a sponge lives in a pineapple
Yeah.
in the ocean.
Well, the band that I like, Ween, actually is like a big inspiration. They said for it because they have an album called The Mollusk, and they listen to that.
Ween inspired SpongeBob, or SpongeBob inspired Ween?
Partly. No, Ween was before.
Hmm.
Is Kevin? So what was your parents didn't let you watch a lot of Cartoon Network shows? You could watch pretty much whatever you wanted, right? You said mom didn't like us watching certain
She
things?
would like just not. She didn't want to watch it. She just thought it was like stupid. The only thing like she would let me watch like when like at 9:00 like Adult Swim would come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I was fine to watch that, but I'd always go to bed at like 8, so like I never saw it. So I would miss like the shows like Everybody Hates Chris and shit, and like I'd talk to kids at school and they're like, "Oh, dude, did you see the show last night?" And I was like, "No,
Wasn't that on Nickelodeon,
Yeah,
bro?
that's
That's not
Nickelodeon.
Adult Swim.
no, it was
Yeah.
Adult Swim."
No, it's Nickelodeon.
I swear. It
I
was
Nick
Nickelodeon.
at Night.
loved Everybody Hates Chris.
Really? Was that actually Nickelodeon?
It was
Yeah.
a good show. I
It was
like
like
that
Teen
show.
Nick.
Damn, maybe I just don't know.
I used
Yeah.
to like. You also missed like Toonami then, because that's when you could watch
What's
Naruto
Toonami?
and Dragon Ball
Yeah.
Z.
That's Adult Swim?
Toonami
Or is
was
that
like
Nick?
Cartoon
It's a part
Network.
of it, I think.
Oh.
At least now it is.
That was how I found out about anime. I started like first you start with like Dragon Ball Z. It's like these like
That wasn't Nickelodeon?
No.
that's Cartoon Network.
Because
Toonami.
Avatar was.
What?
Avatar was Nick.
Yeah.
Avatar was Nickelodeon.
Avatar Last Airbender is not anime?
No, because it's made in the West.
Oh.
True.
Western cartoon in the style of anime, kind of.
Oh, right. Oh, I didn't know that.
It's made in Nickelodeon. Nickelodeon made it.
Made in Nickelodeon.
Made at Nickelodeon.
the state.
Yeah. I love anime.
I don't know anything about it.
You want to learn some stuff about anime?
Me and Scott are both wearing like anime shirts.
Yeah, give me like a quick, give me and anyone watching or listening a list of good, intro anime to get you into it.
Death Note, I think will really get you into it as an adult.
I've seen the live action Netflix movie Death Note.
That probably will ruin the cartoon for you. Why did you watch the live action?
With the guy from Naked Brothers Band.
Why would you watch
White
that?
guy.
Why would you do that? Do you look up reviews before you watch movies?
No, I don't like to.
I have to look up ratings before I watch movies.
I hate that.
I can't do
doing
that
that?
because if I do that, then if it's a movie I would have liked, but I read a bad review, I won't like it.
Yeah, it changes like my perception. I always just go
Yeah.
in like nothing. I just don't want to know anything.
Okay, I don't read the reviews. I just look at the rating on IMDb. I like to know, like, if it's under fucking 5, then I'm like, all right, I'm not going to watch it.
Even that, though, like, kills it, though, because, like, if something, like, I think is stupid in the movie, I was like, yeah, that's why it has, like, that bad of a rating. Like, that sucked. Like,
Yeah.
Or if it has, like, such a good rating, I expect, like, it to be, like, so good. And then I was like, damn, that was not, like,
Right.
as good as it should have been.
Like Shawshank Redemption. Do I think it's the best movie of all time according to IMDb's top 250 movies?
I really love that movie.
It's a good movie. It's like nice.
It's old, though, too, so it's going to have, like,
but
that.
I like old movies.
It's like an overall, over time, like, maybe this is the best movie of all time. But, like, at the same time,
Have you not seen the Emoji Movie? That should be number 1.
I've not seen that, dude.
Me neither.
they have movies. It's more based on like the historic impact that it had on the world, I think. So they got like Chaplin on there and stuff, right?
No, not in
Like
the top
silent
10
movies.
Let me pull up the top.
The
So
Dark
number 1
Knight.
is Shawshank Redemption. Number 2 is The Godfather. Number 3 is Godfather Part 2. Those make sense. Number 4, The Dark Knight. Highest
Boom.
rate of all time on IMDb. These are also user rated. So
Mm-hmm.
5 is 12 Angry Men, then Schindler's List, then Lord of the Rings, then Pulp Fiction. That's the top 8.
Really?
Some good movies.
No, they
Yeah.
are good movies.
But I think like Shawshank Redemption being 1, like I feel like Pulp Fiction or like The Godfather seems way more impactful than
That's
like
your-
Shawshank.
That's your user input. That's your opinion. Other people have other opinions, Jack.
No.
No.
No. So what's your favorite movie? What would be your number 1?
I don't know.
The Emoji Movie?
Yeah.
Boss Baby?
Boss Baby 2.
Damn. Batman's way up there for me, that trilogy. And the
Really?
original Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
I've never seen it.
I love the original one, but I think going back and I watched especially the first one. Obviously the second Spider-Man is like fantastic. One of the best like superhero movies of all time.
You mean Andrew Garfield version?
No, Tobey Maguire. The second one. Spider-Man 2.
I just watched the first one again recently.
You haven't seen the second one with Doc Ock?
Yeah, I have. I've seen it.
I'm saying that's like regarded as like one of the best superhero movies of
I've
all
seen
time.
it several fucking times. You don't like the first one?
No, I like it and it's great, but going back I'm like it's like not the best.
What? I just rewatched it the other night.
Like
and
I would
was
rate
like,
all
it holds up.
of Tom Holland's ones above Spider-Man 1.
I had went to the movies like and saw the new one, and I had called Scott after, and he was watching like the original one, and Lucas was like, "I just thought it was like corny, like it's just like not as good." And Scott was like, "No, like you gotta rewatch the originals. It's like the best."
I think
The
that's your like
originals.
nostalgia bias of
It
like
is-
you being like a little kid, like what?
Spider-Man has always been my favorite superhero,
Same.
and I loved the way Tobey played Peter Parker. Tom Holland probably plays Spider-Man better because he's a gymnast, so he can like do those stunts and stuff.
I think he's a better Peter Parker too.
Okay, it makes sense because Peter Parker is supposed to be in high school, and like Tobey and all the actors in that movie were not in high school. So I watched it when I was a kid, and like to me, I was like, these are high school kids,
Yeah.
but they weren't.
Yeah,
So there is like a more kiddish, childish vibe to the Tom Holland versions.
Yeah.
But I liked, like in the first Spider-Man movie, you feel like emotional when shit happens, like Uncle Ben dies. Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! When Uncle Ben dies and he's like, you know, sputtering and he's like, Peter! Like you feel really bad. You feel really bad and like emotional about certain things that happen in that movie that like I rewatched the Andrew Garfield movies and I was like, I don't feel as emotional in a lot of these scenes.
I mean,
and
yeah,
the Tom Holland ones as well. They're much more like kid friendly. I liked how much more adult the Tobey Maguire version was.
Yeah, I could see that.
you feel like more connected to the movie, right?
Yeah. There's just like, I mean, the third one has like, it's like leagues above the first Tom Holland movie, I think. I like
No
the
Way
second
Home?
one. Yeah.
Do we want to like talk about No Way Home?
Is that the new one?
You guys
Yeah.
want to talk about No Way Home? We just skipped the anime thing. We got way into Spider-Man.
Yeah, we're kind of in that tunnel now.
So if we
Okay.
title this video "Our Thoughts on Spider-Man No Way Home," then everyone's gonna know there's spoilers in it. So we
Sure.
we can say spoiler alert.
But we'll still say, yeah, this is a good time.
Skip ahead a little
skip
bit.
ahead like 3 or 4 minutes or whatever.
Yeah,
And-
skip ahead like 3 or 4 minutes. It's a podcast. Could go 10 minutes. So like if you do fast forward and then you hear, well, Aunt May died, then sorry.
Unlucky. Sorry.
What if
anyways,
they're still listening to your
you should-
disclaimer and you just spoiled it?
Well, they should have skipped ahead already. I said spoiler alert a long time ago. I said spoiler alert before I said Uncle Ben dies.
All right,
Okay.
we're in the territory where we're spoiling.
Should we switch back?
Yeah, you want to switch back?
Let's switch back.
Okay.
I don't like holding the microphone the whole time. All right, so I accidentally said spoiler alert before I got into the ad read today, so hopefully not too many people clicked off because you've all seen Spider-Man or you don't want to watch it ever, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
This is our first ad read we got. My roommate Jay actually gave me the brand deal. He's giving me $5 to do this. I'll give you each $1. I'm keeping 3.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Wow.
Oh.
Jay launched a CBD company. I was in talks with him for years about it. We launched it, we called it ICBD, and we just relaunched it, and now it's called Happy Face. We got a whole new website designed for like fucking $30,000. We
Damn.
bought the domain name Happy Face, which cost a shit ton of money too.
You got some really good product photos on the website.
That were shot by Jack Dytrych and his girlfriend Kaylee. Helped
Damn.
with the set deck. But anyways, we sent out these little PR boxes to people, and I just want to show you guys some of the products or talk about some of these products.
Ooh.
We have these organic hemp smoke CBD cigarettes.
A lot of my
Oh,
friends
yeah.
like those.
No tobacco.
No tobacco, no
No harm.
nicotine, all organic. They're just relaxing. So if you are a smoker and you want to try something that doesn't give you cancer, this should also relieve stress
All of my friends started using those recently.
instead of smoking cigarettes,
Instead of
and they were all
smoking cigarettes.
21, right?
Mhm.
That's good. This is one of my personal favorites as well. Is the watermelon gummies. These are delicious.
You try those, Kevin?
I haven't tried those.
Pop
You
one of
haven't-
those.
he doesn't do drugs.
It's CBD.
I know it's not drugs, so you can try it. CBD, the whole overall wellness is like anti-inflammatory, supposed to relieve stress and anxiety, help you fall asleep. But yeah, we got the watermelon gummies. We have the oil that you can put in tea or just under your tongue for like a quick release. Like it gets in your bloodstream faster. There's also vape pens, all sorts of stuff at happyface.com. If you haven't tried CBD or if you are a CBD user, I would recommend checking it out at happyface.com.
And you can get those cool hats we were wearing in episode 3.
Was it episode 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, we also have merch. We have hats and shirts.
Damn, that's a cool website.
See, look at those amazing product photos. Whoever took those is very talented.
Yeah, you must have been very talented.
Yeah, we already know it was you, Jack. I said that.
Very
already.
talented. Don't you say.
Yeah, you're very talented. Why do you think I hit you up and said you want to do a podcast?
Yeah, why'd you pick me?
I don't know. I just wanted to have all 3 of my brothers, like all 3 brothers together on a podcast.
Right,
I
okay,
thought
that
was,
makes
It only
fun.
felt right.
You know, it felt right. And I was like, this guy knows how to operate a camera and a computer. He knows how to edit. He'll do everything for me, so I don't have to do shit.
That's true.
Jack sent all the links for all the stuff that we need. He's like, we need these cameras, we need these tripods. By the way, the other tripod came finally.
I know you didn't bring it.
I didn't bring it.
Classic.
Anyways, the ad reads over. Should we get back into the Spider-Man Chronicles?
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's do it.
Spider-Man spoilers.
It's the only Spider-Man movie I've seen.
Dude, that blows my fucking mind.
How is it the only one you've seen?
I don't watch a lot of movies.
So that's the thing. So you got like the hype machine behind this movie got you to see your first Spider-Man movie,
Mm-hmm.
and the other 2 didn't.
Nope.
None of your friends are really interested in this.
I can't believe you haven't seen
No, a
the
lot of my
originals
friends
or
are.
even Andrew Garfield. Because Andrew Garfield, I feel like came out around the time when like you'd be the perfect demographic.
I
and,
don't
like,
really watch a lot of movies. Like I see like maybe a movie every like couple months.
What do you mean he'd be the perfect demographic for it? Andrew Garfield was the thirst trap Spider-Man. Like he was like the sexy Spider-Man.
Yeah, but I also, but
So
I
what are you
feel like
trying
he
to
was
say?
the age when Andrew Garfield's came out, where you
Oh.
were the age of when Toby's came out. When it's like really like when a kid like latches onto a superhero and like gets the costumes and all those things. Like he was the age of that.
True.
With
And
Andrew
also,
Garfield.
I think the reason that he wouldn't have watched like Spider-Man and stuff is because John Joe's not really into superhero movies. He's into like The Sopranos and The Usual Suspects and like
Yeah.
classic
Yeah.
mafia movies and stuff like
He
that.
loves those.
Godfather, all that. And he wouldn't be. When I used to live with John Joe, he'd be like, "All right, we got to put this on for your education," and it would be like
Yeah.
Fight Club or Snatched or like these like European movies, 7 Deadly Sins or Lucky Number 11. There were so many like cool like styles It was a certain style of movie that was just really sick.
Yeah, he loves them. Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, like stuff like that.
So I get.
Yeah, I was never like a big into superhero movies, to be honest with you.
But I watched them. But you did go to bed early.
I love the superhero movies.
I'm a big fan of superhero movies. I even liked the first Hulk with Edward Norton that came out, even though it got terrible ratings.
What about the one with Eric Bana?
Eric Banner? I like that one too. Wait a minute. I don't know that. I never watched that one. That one's old.
No, you know it.
It's a little too old for me. I know Eric Banner. He did a cameo.
It's Eric Bana.
Eric Bana? He did a cameo. He did a cameo in one of the movies. I forget what it was, but he played a security guard.
It was this Hulk.
He was just jacked. Oh yeah, I saw that one too. That one was pretty good. I just like superhero movies in general.
Same. Because we are like superheroes.
Yeah. Super brothers. Bam. Pow.
Super blood brothers.
Ka-chow.
Ka-chow.
So yeah, Spider-Man spoiler. So what'd you think of the movie?
I honestly really liked it. Like it was like one of the I've seen like some Spider-Man movies or like some superhero movies, but this is like the first Spider-Man movie, and it was really good. Yeah. I really liked it.
Imagine you thinking it's really good, and then stack that with like the memory and nostalgia of seeing every fucking movie beforehand of all those really Spider-Man like coming back.
It was really cool because I've never seen it, but I knew that they were the like past Spider-Man people because I was with like my friends and they said it. Yeah, and it was like really cool to see that they brought like everyone back. I thought that was like cool feature.
That was like the absolute best was Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield coming back. Andrew Garfield saving Zendaya, Tom's MJ because he couldn't save his MJ, but it was so overhyped. I mean, it was so hyped up before I got to see it because I got COVID.
Yeah, you kind of waited a while.
To go the first day it came out, I wanted to get that like the rush of the whole theater like clapping and shit like that. That would have been so much fun. But there were so many things on Twitter. I avoided spoilers for so long, and then everyone was talking about how good it was. They're like, best Marvel movie ever, better than the Avengers, so good, so good, so good.
So you just like knew at that point?
I like kind of knew that the other ones were going to be in the movie as well. Plus we'd seen Tom Holland and Tobey Maguire hanging out at a club.
Yeah.
And like definitely they were like working on the project together.
Right.
So like I knew that more Spider-Mans were coming. There was a bunch of theories that came out before the movie came out as well. And I was like, it's definitely just going to be the multiverse thing. We all knew it was going to be a multiverse because Doctor Strange was in it.
Yeah.
But so when I finally went to go watch the movie, the morning that I went to see the movie, I saw like the biggest spoiler of the movie.
Before
I saw the movie, I saw the biggest spoiler, and it was that Aunt May dies. It was someone. It was a quote. So like usually people post these videos and they're like Spider-Man No Way Home spoiler,
yeah,
and they give you like a few seconds so you can scroll by it to not watch it or whatever. But someone just tweeted like lines from the movie, and it was about like Aunt May, wake up, or like something like that. And I was like, you motherfucker! The day I go see the movie, you're gonna do
right
this to
before.
me?
Dude, that would have pissed me off too, because like obviously like we all kind of like expected the other Spider-Man to be in there, and like that one was still so good. But then when Aunt May died.
Yeah,
I was shocked, bro.
I like knew it was gonna happen, and I was like, "Fuck, this is this." Like, I was like watching as things were happening, and I was like, "She's about to die here."
Yeah,
I know it.
And that was such a good scene in the movie.
Such a good scene. It was.
Did you get your the Uncle Ben emotional feeling in that scene?
I got a little emotional there,
dude. When it was the shot behind them, and she like raises up to like put her hand on his back, and like her hand was like shaking. I was like, "Oh my god, bro!" Like you could tell like she was about to like die.
Yeah, I still teared up a little bit at that moment, even though I knew it was going to happen, because I'm a crybaby in movies for some reason.
Yeah. Oh, I teared up.
But
you tear up, Kevin?
A little bit. There was a really sad part. Like I don't even have the history, but like just from the movie, it was a very
and
like,
the acting was
scene.
So good.
It was really good.
I think Tom Holland's acting like he really like stepped it up. He's
like really stepping up his acting. I believe that, but I think that the movie wouldn't have been nearly as good if there wasn't the other two Spider-Men.
Oh yeah,
obviously.
And they also like did it so flawlessly. Like it actually like made sense to the story. Like it wasn't just a cameo for the sake of like bringing back the Spider-Man. Like they really had like a good purpose and like their own like arc without like ruining it.
It was perfect. And now that I've seen the movie, I watched interviews with like Willem Dafoe, and he's like, I want to be the guy in the costume. I want to be the guy doing some of the stunts and like acting. You know, I know I'm getting older, but like I want to live the movie. You know, I want to do it. And I was like, that's fucking sick. Willem Dafoe is like one of my favorite actors.
Dude, he was so good too.
So fucking good.
He said like in an article that he was like, I'm only gonna say yes to this if you let me do all my own stunts and like do everything.
That's sick.
So yeah,
that's
he
really
was like
cool.
doing it all, which I mean you could tell too.
So sick.
And like I think that's why they were able to like have him like lose the big like shell mask and stuff, so he could really like portray his like performance.
Yeah, his facial expressions, he's so like animated and so good at like, he's captivating. He like captivates you the entire time. I think in the movie, he was my favorite actor in the movie.
Yeah,
I love like when Doc Ock came on and stuff like that. It was like, okay, so that's the guy who's in this. I mean, like it was all the people from the other previous movies, but so fucking good.
dude, when he was smiling, just like every single punch, his smile just gets bigger and bigger. I was like, that's sick.
It's fucking bad ass.
It was a really cool movie.
But that being said, unpopular opinion, Tom Holland is not my favorite Spider-Man. My favorite Spider-Man is Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
Andrew Garfield, I felt like his movies were, he got the shit end of the stick.
Yeah.
You know, like I think the writing of those movies and maybe the production wasn't as good as it could have been, because like he played,
the writing was pretty bad.
he played Spider-Man well, and like, you know, he's a, but he also like I started like, I rewatched those two movies before I saw the new one, and I was like,
Yeah.
he kind of doesn't give me the right Peter Parker. Like it's not believable that
It's
he's
not
like,
the vibe.
Some people think he's like too cool for Peter Parker.
That's
Peter
what I think.
Yeah.
I think he's too cool to be Peter Parker. He played Spider-Man well,
Yeah.
but also he played the role that he was given pretty well, but he was kind of like the thirst trap Spider-Man,
Yeah.
in my opinion. But I think Toby and Tom play Peter well, and they play Peter well for different reasons, you know.
Uh-huh.
Tom is the best like Spider-Man because he's actually a gymnast and like can fucking do all of those stunts and stuff like that, which is really fucking cool. I think it's just personal preference and nostalgia that I like Toby's version more.
Sure.
But I also don't think that the third Spider-Man was better than a couple of the Avengers movies.
I can definitely see
You
how
don't
that
think
movie.
Spider-Man No Way Home wasn't better than?
I don't think it was better than like Infinity War and Endgame. Those movies just had such more impact on me.
I would put I'd have to let like recency bias like dwindle away a little bit for No Way Home, but I would put that in like Infinity War pretty close, and then Endgame a step below.
Step below.
Because Endgame was like great, but I think like Infinity War was a way better like version of that.
I liked both of them, and Endgame is the one that I would want to watch again more often because I love the payoff at the end of that movie.
Yeah.
The payoff is just like movies that like kind of they're good, but then the end is like great. That's like it leaves you feeling like, whoa.
You didn't like the sad ending of Infinity War?
I mean, I liked the ending of Infinity War too, but I knew there was another movie coming, and like the end was just like so fucking cool. So I want to know what people that are watching or listening think about this. So leave some comments and like what is your favorite? Did No Way Home beat out every other Marvel movie for you? I think there is some recency bias. I saw it 2 nights in a row, and I loved it the first time. It's like, this is really cool. This is really cool.
Good.
Cool. I mixed up good and cool, okay? I saw it the second night in a row, and I liked it better the second time I watched it. I was like I kind of knew when things were going to happen and stuff like that, but I also was able to kind of really pay more attention to what was going on, and I was like, this is really sick. Really fucking sick. Like, some reason it hit me harder the second time.
I can definitely see like if you'd seen the previous ones, like them all coming back together seemed like a cool like nostalgia kind of trip for people.
Dude, it was so badass.
Insane.
Like, they're like giving each other advice.
The
like,
scene when they're like webbing off of each other. That's like 3 of them, and they like shoot webs at each other and like swing off each other's webs. I was like, fuck, that was so sick.
So sick. I was watching it with Jack the second time, and I was like, watch this part. I don't know if you noticed it the first time, but he like webs both of them into formation.
Yeah.
And then she like she's like, what? And I was like, he just webbed them both while they were swinging. She's like, I didn't see that. I was like, why aren't you paying attention? I thought you loved this movie. But it was sick. I mean,
yeah. Let us know in the comments. Rank your top 5 Marvel movies in the comments.
And rip me to shreds for saying I like Tobey Maguire more than Tom Holland as Peter Parker.
I think that's a pretty popular opinion. I don't think that's unpopular.
It's a popular
opinion. I
opinion.
think that like most people say that.
It's a popular opinion for people our age.
Yeah.
But not for people that are 16, 17, 18.
Right.
Tom Holland is their Spider-Man.
I think you got to look at what Stan Lee says. He's the one who created Spider-Man, and he said Tom Holland was the best. So It's
Well,
Stan
if
Lee.
he said it's the best.
He plays the
That's
role
Stan Lee,
really,
bro.
really well. And this is nostalgia bias. There's recency bias and nostalgia bias. Like, I mean, I rewatched them recently, and I was like, I remember not liking the Andrew Garfield movies because I was so stuck on the Tobey Maguire movies. But I rewatched them recently, and I was like, these are pretty good. They're very entertaining. I like them a lot.
I also really like how I think they did the best job at making Spider-Man like spider-like.
Are you gonna show us something on the screen?
Yeah, right here. I think this was what they did really well with Andrew Garfield. They made him very spider-like that I
the-
see.
Yes,
Is this
yeah.
Okay.
This is his solo movie. But just look at the way he like fights with him and then crawls on him. Like that's so
I see.
spider-like how he actually like crawls around him and stuff and is wrapping him up. Like
That's really cool.
they did really fucking good at that.
I noticed that too when I was rewatching it. I was like, that. I mean, he's so like,
Spider-like.
Yeah.
but they
Script bad.
script bad. Garfield good.
Garfield. The cat.
The cat.
But beep. Even in the new movie, Andrew Garfield kind of had more of a he had this like Broadway animated sort of motion and movement.
I think he's the most like expressive with his like body and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
That's cool. They all have like their own like little style with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's the thing too that like people have come to terms with, especially after this movie, is like they're all fucking great. Like you can have your favorite and stuff, but none of them are like bad.
Exactly.
Andrew Garfield's movies maybe weren't so good, but like he did a great job. Tobey Maguire did a great job. Tom Holland does a great job. Like they're all really fucking good, and they're all very different, which I think is good as well. Like none like steps on each other's shoes.
Yeah. Well, Andrew Garfield's movies were so bad that they couldn't step on Tobey Maguire's shoes.
Yeah, exactly.
I actually liked the first one quite a bit. The second one I didn't like very much.
Second one was a lot more sloppy,
But
I loved his suit in the second one.
Yeah, it was
That might be my favorite, especially the eyes, dude. I think he is my favorite, like the Spider-Man eyes.
Spider-Man eyes. Oh, Tom Holland also, when he goes to that apartment in the end,
Makes his own suit.
he makes his own suit. He doesn't have the Stark suit anymore. Like the world fucking forgets him.
I read this fact and it was like, he doesn't have the Stark suit anymore because the technology doesn't recognize him, so he can't use it. I was like, that's so fucking sad, bro. He can't even remember
machines
his gift.
forgot him.
I guess, bro.
Damn, dude.
Yeah. It's like
But that's
crazy
like
because I know that there was a lot of shit going on, like innuendos to like the past ones, but I wouldn't get any of it. Like
Yeah.
it was cool to see, but like I feel like if I watched like the past ones, it would make a lot more sense.
Dude, there's so many like hidden things and like fan service things. Like even Norman Osborn being like, I'm somewhat of a scientist myself. Like that's like a famous line from the original one that he repeated in this one.
Yeah,
like,
I remember watching fucking.
I need to like rewatch everything.
You got to watch at least one of each of the other movies and then watch this one again.
Yeah.
I think it'll
like
immediately
hit
be
me.
like a million times better.
Yeah.
But it is cool that you could jump into this movie.
And
It's so good.
I
that
loved
you
it,
can
yeah.
like
Still
it
think it's
without
good.
seeing anything. Yeah. I think we talked enough about Spider-Man.
Yeah. Kind of dived into it.
Big Spider fans. I feel like I haven't been very concise today for some reason, but
That's fine.
Kind of been bounced around. It was a good.
Yeah,
podcast.
we started in different seats.
we started.
That was actually kind of funny.
Which felt
I thought
very
that was-
different for me. And
I
you
felt fine.
probably felt the same because you're not big of,
pretty similar out here without the headphones on.
but
That's
it's a
what you
big
gotta do.
change being here and there.
Yeah.
It is because now I've been mostly looking at you because it's just comfortable. But like I look at you when you talk, but you don't talk too much because I talk a lot.
Well, I just didn't talk this much this episode because I didn't really know anything about what you were talking about.
You watched Spider-Man.
Yeah, but not like the old ones. I didn't have like the same.
True,
Yeah.
True. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to pick on you.
That's all good.
Well, how was your dentist appointment today?
It was good. I got my teeth drilled a little bit. I thought I had a
Ooh.
cavity.
Kevin got
They drilled because you had a cavity?
I thought I had a cavity, but I believe he said it was from like when I had braces, like the like the sticky stuff like left over, but it was getting under my gums, so it was like
Oh.
irritating me. So he had to drill it all out.
Damn.
Maybe
Well,
I
it
was
wasn't too bad. I was hoping it wasn't a cavity because it was right next to my gums, so they'd have to do like a root canal if it was like a big cavity. And I was like,
Oh,
honestly,
yeah.
kind of sweating it when I was in there. I was like, oh, I hope. He's like, I don't know what this is. Like, you think it's a cavity or like what are we talking?
It's a tumor.
He's like, I don't think it is. I was like, oh, thank God. Like,
Well, root canal is different than a cavity, right?
well, yeah,
your-
I believe so.
a
But like,
dead root?
he would have to drill out my root if it was under the gums.
Are you doing any studying of dentistry while you go to school, like
Nothing.
to try and like know things? Because you were like, I mean, I believe so. I'm like,
I was
like,
being like,
I should
Seems
be.
like you don't know about being a dentist yet.
Yeah, I haven't done anything.
He's
Really.
focused so hard on all of his classes that he can't do the extra classes.
Because you got to get your associates before you start doing dentist stuff, right?
I just got my associates.
Yeah.
After I get my bachelor's, then I'll apply to.
Oh, so even after through your bachelor's, you're not gonna do any dentist stuff.
Then I go to dental school.
First, you get your AS, and then you go out and you get some ASS. Because you're.
But I thought getting your bachelor's degree, you'd do some dentist stuff, but no.
I can't you can go and do dental hygienist programs and stuff like that. Like you can work as that, and you can go to dental school with any degree you want. It just depends. The bio going through this way is the general normal way.
Got it.
Anyways, guys, that is our thoughts on Spider-Man. Does anyone have anything else they want to add?
I don't think so.
Mm-mm.
Well, if you listen this far through the podcast, we want to thank you so much for listening or watching. Drop a like, leave a comment if you found it enjoyable. We want to know your thoughts on Spider-Man as well down there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And don't forget to rank your top 5 Marvel movies. I want to see.
And if you're listening, please give us a rating on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. That would be great for us.
That'd be spectacular.
And from all of us, let's make 2022 your year. You guys out there, we want this to be your year. So from the 3 of us here at the NGMI podcast, we want to say 1, 2, 3, Happy New Year!